Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men who act like children of all ages, welcome into a late night broadcast of the MoY Ploy. I am joined by my beautiful host, Raymond Rat Squirts. How you doing tonight, Raymond?
Good. Excited to be here. Beat your dad, so that's always a fun week.
Oh yeah, dude, let's get that trash talking started early tonight. As long as I am not the one doing any trash talking, because your boy is still winless. Feels bad. Feels
Yeah,
bad. Yeah, so I
not a
think I've
start you
had.
want at all. But I've been there.
Yeah, no, I think I've had just about the worst possible luck in this stupid league. I have scored, I think, the third most points in the league, and I have uh, the absolute most points put up. The next highest is Eddie. Um, and then the one after that is almost 100 points behind me as far as the next highest. Like, so I'm almost 100 points lapped of the next highest points in the league against. It's rough out here, man.
I was gonna say it's sometimes you just got those bad breaks. Not a
Yeah,
fun way to start though, for sure.
yeah, no, it super sucks. All right, so this week we've got a real crappy show for you guys. We're gonna talk about the last week's week 3 matchups. Let's get straight into it. Last week we had Lost and Confused against the Kardashian Kids. That is Brent Tent versus myself. In heartbreaking fashion, dude. I lost to. This is gonna be an R-rated episode. I lost to fucking Dallas Goddard being started in the flex in an 8-team league. I lost to fucking Dallas Goddard in the flex. You know what? My door is open. Let me go close that because there's gonna be some more expletives, and my boy's sleeping above me upstairs. I was
Uh,
beyond livid. That old man Goddard, who hasn't broken 20 points, and I literally don't know when the last time he broke 20 points. Let's take a look. 2023. Didn't do it at all at 2023. Oh, he did it once in 2023, week 5. In 2022, he did it exactly one time. In 2021, he did it twice. So the last time he's done it twice was 2021. Thanks, Dallas. Thanks. And then Amari Cooper, who sucked ass, decides he's gonna pop off. God damn it, dude. Just just unbelievable bad luck.
I was gonna say that's even with Tyreek putting up 7,
I
running
know.
backs doing nothing.
I had both Jalen Waddle and bye week Hill, and I couldn't beat either of them. It was awful, absolutely awful. So yeah, lost to Confused, got the win there. Hawk Tua versus Ray Rat Squirts. Now this was a match the entire league was paying attention to in absolute nail biting fashion because James Cook could have gotten benched at any point during that blowout. The absolute spanking that the Bills were putting on the Jags, man. James Cook comes through with like one play. I think got like one touch in the second half, and that was exactly what you needed to put you over the edge against my dad there. Unbelievable, heartbreaking loss for my dad. What a throaty, girthy victory for you. Congratulations, Raymond. In a battle of the shitty teams in the league, we had Brett Tet Tet versus Eddie Disler. Eddie got spanked. This one wasn't close from start to finish. Good gracious. Eddie's team is in capital T trouble, man. Get DeAndre Swift out of your lineup. What are you thinking? The man is averaging how many yards per carry this season?
I think 1.8 per
1.8.
carry.
Ah, ah. That is. heinously bad. That's like twice as bad as Ezekiel Elliott, who is bad. That's brutal. Oh my gosh. All right. Enough about Eddie Disler. On to the third and final match. We had the Dominatrix versus the Sub. Zach versus Peter. Peter finally said his safe word and hung 221 points for a week high, think a season high score, and absolutely spanked, dog walked Zach Warner. This one was another great game. Good to see Peter finally overcome his demons, take off his masochist hat, and really put it to Zach. Congratulations, Pete. Now we have to review. Last week we had a little bit of a pick 'em. We're gonna go just down the list and see who picked who. So Ray and myself, we both picked me, so we are 0-1. Then Ray, in that matchup, you took yourself. I took my dad. You are 1-0. I am 0-2. Brett versus Eddie. You took Eddie. I took Brett. So we are both 1-2 now. And in the final match, you took Peter and I took Zach, which puts me at a total of 1-3, and you at 2-2 on this young season of Pick'em. Congratulations, Ray. You did it. You got 50%. It's not exactly anything to write home about, but compared to me in the season I'm having, I would
Hey,
take
you
it.
got to win. You got to win, though.
Yeah, one. Okay, sure. My first win of the season. All right. Let's go ahead and preview this next week's matchups. Right now, we have got. Let me share my screen so that you guys can see a little bit of what we're talking about as we navigate these matchups. Boom. Alrighty. So we've got the Kardashian Kids versus Team Z Warner. I like that Zach not only redacted his former champions, but just went with like a very generic, basic team name. I really appreciate that humility from Zach coming off of an absolutely horrendous finish to last season and getting dog walked by Peter last week. We're going to try and continue the dog walking trend. CD Lamb is already having a wonderful night. I hope he can do a little something, something extra. Lucky for me, the Giants are definitely within striking range, so it's not just like they're running out the clock here. Come on, CD. Let's see another big play. Uh, at the moment, I am a heavily favored, but that's because he has Joe Mixon, who is projected for 0. It looks like not going, unlikely to play, but he's only listed as questionable. So I imagine that Zach's going to get another 13 points or so and probably be projected to tie me. Or just 13 points put him at 153. Anyways, um, so yeah, me versus Ewarn. And then the next matchup is going to be Eddie versus Todd Harris. The third matchup is going to be Peter Cheater Higu Hot Sizzle O'Donnell against Brent Tent. Pigu's got Malik Neighbors going right now. That guy is electric. Let me tell you, man. I don't know if I've ever seen a rookie so wide open on almost every play. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, even when he's not open, he's open.
Yeah, yeah, no, he's had a couple of weird drops where he's like wide open and the ball just hits him in the hands and he just drops it. But beyond that, he's been really good. And then the final matchup, we've got Brett Tet versus yourself. You are looking pretty heavily favored in that matchup there. Um, let's get into our picks and kind of break down our thought process on what we're thinking for these picks. So let's take Jake versus Zach. Ray, who you got?
Um, I think I'm gonna say you come out, you get your first win here. Richardson has not looked great again, and he's going against Pittsburgh, and they've been a pretty stout defense so far. And
I could see that. I'm gonna go with a little
And
bit
we'll
of
see. I
happiness.
mean, Mixon's been solid.
Mixon's. I don't think Mixon's gonna play.
Well,
Can you
yeah,
hear
he's
me?
been solid, but that's replacing him is going to be hard.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a happiness hedge here. I'm gonna pick Zach to win. That way, even if the worst should happen and I go 0 and 4, I get another win on the board. Um, I think what I'm really just doing is trying to reverse juju this situation I've got going on here. I'm really looking in this matchup at the again Anthony Richardson versus Pittsburgh is a pretty rough matchup. Um, I think Brees Hall is going to have a decent day against Denver. Aaron Jones really scares me against Green Bay in that like super emotional revenge game. He's going to have the adrenaline going for sure. Um, Other players that he's got going that kind of make me nervous would be Godwin versus Philly could have a big day, and the Pittsburgh defense could have like multiple pick sixes are not off the table for the Pittsburgh defense. So yeah, those are a couple of his players, and obviously Josh Allen has been an absolute monster. 35, and then they had a blowout in Miami and just didn't need to play, and then another blowout, but this time they did continue to use him. So Josh Allen scares the hell out of me too. All right, let's get back to the league. Next matchup, we've got Eddie Disler versus Todd Harris, Hawk Tua. Who you got in this one, Raymond?
I think your dad's defense pulls it out here. Eddie's Herbert might not play. Rashad White has not looked effective at all running the ball. And right now he's running out Carson Steele. Like, it's going to have some big games by some people that don't don't project for much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think in this matchup, I am probably gonna have to go. Man, it's tough to bet against Jalen Hurts, especially when the like team across the line is starting Derek Carr, Sam Darnold. Um, I don't know. It's pretty. It's this
Hey,
one's
Sam
pretty
Darnold's
tight.
leading the lead in touchdown passes.
Yeah, this one's pretty tight. I think I'm looking at Zach Moss to have a good game against Carolina. Hopefully, Travis Kelce can get back on track. I don't like Garrett Wilson against Denver. I do really like George Pickens against Indy. Um, James Conner versus Washington is another good play. So I think there's good and bad matchups on both sides. I I have a hard time picking this. I'm just gonna follow my gut and say that I think. Hmm, I think I'm gonna go with Eddie on this one. I think Eddie's gonna get a win, put a little parity in the league, put my dad on the burner here, and really mix up the playoff picture. So I think Eddie's gonna come through for us this week. Ray, you picked my dad. All right. In our third matchup, we've got Peter Cheater Pigu Hot Sizzle O'Donnell against Brett Van Conyu. Brent Tent. Who you got here, Raymond?
I think I'm going with Peter. I think he keeps it rolling. Um, Mahomes tends to have good games against the Chargers. Uh, he's got some Malik's looking great already. Uh, I like Gibbs, even though Seattle's defense has been pretty good this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a nice little stack with Daniels and McLaurin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Peter as well. I'm going to take Peter in this matchup now. I will say that Peter's got several absolutely horrible matchups. Derrick Henry into Buffalo, Jonathan Taylor into Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
Zay Flowers also into Buffalo. Uh, I don't trust Cole Kmet either, even though the Rams are going. I also am not sure how I feel about starting Seattle's defense. It's an 8-team league with really shallow benches. Surely there's a better defensive matchup than Seattle into Detroit this week, especially because they're playing at Detroit. So I would not be looking to start that. I do anticipate that Peter's gonna tweak his lineup a little bit here and there. I think he's waiting for somebody to be IR eligible. Looks like he's got several questionable players. Anyways, I'm gonna take Peter as well though. But yeah, just I don't like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They've shown absolutely nothing. So I think having two duds guaranteed in your lineup is suboptimal. Now, of course, this is the week that Tyreek Hill is going to go bananas, but nonetheless, that's my pick. All right, final.
Well,
We've
they're
got.
also running out a third string quarterback.
That is also true. That is also true. Yeah, they're on their like third or fourth. I don't know. Next, we've got Brett Tet Tet versus yourself. Who you got, Raymond?
I'm gonna stick with myself here. I think I got some good matchups this week, and I got some rough ones, but I think I got some players who, and I guess it also depends a lot on. I got a couple of questionables with Devontae Smith and McBride, who both have concussions. So if both
And
of
Marvin
those don't play,
Harrison
I think I
and Jerome Ford.
yeah, he just popped up. Yeah, they all been popping up like the last couple of days. So we'll
Hmm.
see. I got some decent bench options that I don't mind. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna
but
go ahead and
yeah,
pick you as well.
it could change a lot.
I just think that Brett's team is hot doo doo. He was only able to beat the worst team in the league, and he's trotting out injured Keenan Allen, injured George Kittle. Tank Dell's probably not going to start. It looks like they're putting him down as projected zeros. Um,
Yeah, I think he
yeah,
got
I
ruled out today.
bless you, Krista. I think Juwan Jennings should probably go in there and give an 11-point projection boost, but still, I like you here as well. All right, so in summary, we've got Jake versus Zach. Ray, you're on myself. I'm on Zach with the happiness hedge. Todd versus Eddie. You took Todd, I took Eddie. We're split again there. We are in agreement on Peter versus Brent. We're both on the Peter side, and then agreement once again on the Brett versus Ray. We both took Ray. Now, let's go ahead and um, take a moment and prepare our hearts for the new segment of the MoY Ploy. Brett wanted to talk some shit, so I'm gonna make fun of his ass in his stupid team name. On this week's riddle, we have a brand new team name. I'm going to give you a mathematical equation and you guys have to guess the players and the team that the sorry that the team like the players and the team that this mathematical equation is about. Completely ignore all math symbols because they have absolutely no meaning. Absolutely no meaning. All right, so the riddle is this: Lamb Chops Sing Along plus Tom equals Batman. If you guys figure it out, that is Lamb Chops Sing Along plus Tom equals Batman. If you guys can decode that and figure out the three players, because like there's the first thing plus the second thing equals the third thing, those three players, and figure out the team, I will give you guys 1 point for each part of that equation that you figure out. The team and the players. You have to get all three players right to get a point for the players. And I will go into my league commissioner settings and handicap you plus 1 point for each part of that riddle that you get. Uh, I think that's a wrap on the show tonight. Raymond, you got anything for these guys?
Yeah, I mean that the 2 points can be huge because that would have changed me and Todd's game.
That's what I'm
So
saying. That's what I'm saying.
and
I'm trying to reward player people for tuning into the show. Want to get you guys a little something something and add a little fun while also making fun of Brett's unbelievably stupid team name. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, the only other thing is don't forget about the call out rule. I know we still haven't
Yes.
seen it yet. So
No, I thought about using it to dodge Z-Warn this week. Thought about it. Thought about it. I was like, this might be the last week that my dad's in the top four. Should I call him out? I don't know.
it's fair.
Yeah, I mean, all right.
Hey,
Well, boys, it's been fun. I will catch you guys next time, and we'll see you later. Peace.
Race world, tragic great, starts to take.